This community means about as much to me as a festering bowl of dog snot.
Well, hello there! This is Gary Gnu from the Great Space Coaster, and you're watching Mega Podtastic.
What you got there, Dave?
I got a glass of this delicious. I'm about to drink this. These are all Coke products, so every one of them should totally be.
Which one did you get?
Well, I just figured I would just go with Italy because I'm from Italy, so I have to like it. There's no way I wouldn't like this, right?
Oh, well, all right.
I mean, it says it's a traditional part of Italian refreshment culture. And since I'm Italian, I gotta indulge in that traditional part. Oh my God, it tastes like a toilet.
Everybody's striking the fan. We're going to Krazy Joe's concession stand. He's got popcorn, soda, and delicious wieners. Forget all the shows over here, the grass is greener. We'll talk about movies and TV too. Krazy Joe reviews them all for you. He says go to eat, but roll into one. Join Krazy Joe and get all the fun at Krazy Joe's concession stand. Krazy Joe's concession stand. He knows movies like the back of his hand. At Krazy Joe's concession stand. Keep wearing those pajamas.
Good morning. Welcome to Krazy Joe's concession stand. I'm Krazy Joe. He's Eric. I'd never make it as a weatherman.
Yeah. It takes talent with that one. A lot of work.
I don't know if anyone else is coming. Little movie perp might be here. Although I am seeing that just 4 minutes ago he started premiering one of his War Girls videos.
Mm-hmm. So he's probably hanging out in his chat.
Yeah, I don't know. Have you been following his War Girls thing?
I didn't know that he was doing one today, but yeah, I've seen the previous ones.
Yeah. There you go. So I don't know. Maybe he'll show up when that's done. I don't know. And we have a bunch of comments already. Scott Parisi was here way early at 6:15 today. I don't know if Scott is still hanging around, but good to see you, Scott. Lil Everett says Yodelay he who. Of course. James says, a couple nights ago, I saw movie 43. I think it's the biggest problem is that it feels like a bunch of internet sketches. As a result, it doesn't feel theatrical. I've never seen movie 43, but it has a reputation. It is apparently truly terrible. Have you ever seen movie 43?
Yeah, yes, yeah.
As bad as everyone says?
It's I mean, if you go into it knowing that it's gonna be a little off, it's a little bit more bearable. If you went into it thinking like not knowing anything about it and you were just trying to watch a movie, yeah, you'd be like, this is fucking awful. But it's funny to watch now that we've heard all the complaints about it.
And Kojo Asante says Woody Harrelson. Okay. I like Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened since this evening.
I have been rewatching Cheers.
Mm.
Like I have been like doing a Cheers rewatch, and just this morning I got to the first episode where Woody showed up after Coach died.
Mm.
So I did just oddly enough, that is a topical comment for me today because I did just get to Woody Harrelson. Woody and Brie Larson are trending. All right. Parallax is here. Good to see you, Parallax. Pamela Musgrave. By the way, Pamela, did you get your digital code? The digital codes did go out. I hope you got it. What is a Weddy? And when you give one to someone on your streams, first of all, if you could tell me what a Weddy is, we would love to know. Nobody here seems to know exactly what a Weddy is. When we looked up the definition, it didn't seem to fit the context in which it was being used.
Because there was no, the definition was about women, and there were no women on the stream with us. So, yeah.
Okay. Victor wants me to explain why I hate Jim Carrey's Grinch.
Okay.
I seem to go on this rant at least once a year. But here we go. We're early this year. It's not even Thanksgiving. But I did mention it in my Predator Badlands review because I was in the theater and we saw the poster for the re-release of The Grinch. I despise this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I despise it because I love The Grinch. And The Grinch movie with Jim Carrey fundamentally changes the story. Now, I'm not talking about expanding the story to a longer length. That has to be done when you're making a full-length feature film. And the animated one with Benedict Cumberbatch also expands the story to a feature length, but it does it without destroying the core of the story, because the core of the story is the Grinch doesn't understand Christmas. The Grinch thinks Christmas is about presents and greed, and it comes from a store. But the Who's down in Whoville, they get it. They understand Christmas, okay? And when the Grinch takes their presents, he thinks he's going to hear crying, he's going to hear screaming. It's not what happens. The Grinches all stand, or the Who's stand together, hold hands, and they sing their little song. Ba-hoo, do-re, ba. Okay? It came without presents. It came without tags. Okay? That Ron Howard movie, because the premise is the Who's got it. They understood what Christmas was. The Grinch didn't get it, but as soon as the Grinch got it, he was welcomed in. And he comes down, he returns their things. All is forgiven. Please, sir, carve our roast beast. You are now one of us. You get it. You were always welcome. You just needed to understand. You needed to open your eyes and see. That Ron Howard movie. And Ron Howard at the time was quoted in an interview as saying he was not a fan of The Grinch. He just took the movie because he wanted to work with Jim Carrey. And my response is, oh, I can see you're not a fan of The Grinch. Because that movie turns the Who's into these horrible people who chased the Grinch out of town for being different. It villainized the Who's, whereas in the original story, they got it, they understood, and it just was up to the Grinch to open his eyes and see what he was missing. That movie turns the Who's into horrible people. They're basically racists. You're green. You're different than us. Get out of town. We don't want you here. Now, at the end, they do finally accept him, but begrudgingly. So that's why I say the core of what that story is about was fundamentally changed. And as a fan of the original book, the original cartoon, the new movie with Benedict Cumberbatch, which is fantastic, I was just I walked out of that movie sickened. So that's why I hate the Grinch. But
okay.
What are your thoughts on the Grinch? Are you a fan of the Jim Carrey Grinch?
Not particularly. I found even when he was at his height of his career, there were very few roles that I liked Jim Carrey in. I think he's a very talented comedian. I really liked him on In Living Color back when he first started. When his humor was less about like physical comedy and it was also like just pure comedy. The Grinch is probably one of my least favorite movies from Jim Carrey. I like some Jim Carrey movies. This one I did not like. And I do understand visually it looks wonderful. I think it's a really good looking film. So I can understand why, kids would want to watch it and stuff like that. But from a storytelling standpoint and in that regard, no, I'm not a big fan of it. So
yeah, I mean, me neither, obviously. Jim Carrey, by the way, I think I like him better in dramatic roles than comedy. I find was it The Truman Show?
Oh,
and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I do think he's great in those kind of more grounded roles, but I don't think I've ever been a fan of the like more slapsticky. Like I'm not a Three Stooges fan. I don't really care for the Three Stooges. I don't really care. This is good sacrilege. I don't really care for Robin Williams style of comedy. That manic, just very like, high energy,
fast, quick, like
right.
humor. Yeah.
That doesn't my favorite. And case in point, my favorite comedian, the person who makes me laugh harder than anyone on the planet, may he rest in peace, Norm Macdonald. And Norm is so dry, and it's all dry and deadpan, and it's 180 degrees away from what a Jim Carrey does. So he's clearly talented. People love Jim Carrey in comedy,
right? So
I'm not going to put it down. I'm just going to say humor is very, very subjective, and Jim Carrey's style of humor has never really appealed to me. But I do think he's great in dramatic role. I love Eternal Sunshine. So.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
You explain why.
There's James Borland giving us the lyrics to the Ernie song "I Don't Want to Live on the Moon" from Sesame Street. Sesame Street debuted on Netflix this week, so there you go. Woody Harrelson is the biggest culture war story on 2025, bar none. I'm gonna have to Google this because I
don't know what this is, and I
don't know
haven't
anything
seen
about
it.
Yeah. Pamela says my comments keep vanishing. Is it yes? This is showing up, and I do have another one here that says yes, thank you. And what is a Weddy? I don't know. I see 3 from you, so I do see some. But all right, I did not have a whole lot of topics for this week, to be honest. Oh, by the way, you know what? Let me see. Where's the? Do we want to use the wheel? What was the wheel thing?
The picker wheel.
Picker wheel. Okay.
And you just add in whatever you want on there.
All right. Here's what I'm gonna. You know what? Maybe I should use the other one because then the hashtags. I could then I don't have to worry that I'm missing anybody because it's just hashtags. All right. Here's the deal. A couple weeks ago, I gave away 5 digital codes for the complete series of 90210, and the winners got them. 5 people won. They sent me an additional code. I have one more code for 90210, the complete series. Mm-hmm. If you would like to win that one code, there's only going to be one winner because I've only got one code. Hashtag 90210 in the chat. Hashtag 90210. You could be the winner of that one code, which I have in hand. You can get it tonight. If you give me your email address, I can send it to you tonight. So there you go. Oh, Pam says she was trying to explain a Weddy and it keeps vanishing. I wonder, is it like dirty or something? Is StreamYard like picking up like something and going like that's inappropriate? I don't know.
Well, I mean, if it's vanishing, that means something in the definition is getting flagged by like censors or something like that.
I'll tell you what, you got my email address. Why don't you just email it to me? Because I think something's getting.
I mean, how bad must it be that it's getting censored every time that she types it? Like that's.
All right, and today nobody wants 90210. Not a single hashtag in there. So okay, we got.
You could also do it in your videos. You could always put it in your videos. Just have people in the comments do it, and then you could use that to pick a winner.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, and also we got time, so I'll mention it again before the end. If anybody wants to win the complete series digital. Complete digital copy of the complete 90210, hashtag 90210, and we'll do a drawing. But anyway, first topic I have, and I don't have many. We touched on your stream a little bit the other day because Darren stole my thunder. I was going to bring this up on my show, and he jumped the gun, but that's okay. That's okay. They announced a Miss Piggy movie. Mm-hmm. We are getting a Miss Piggy movie. Everybody knows I'm a huge Muppets fan. I'm wearing a Muppet shirt right now. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how to feel about this Miss Piggy movie because anyone who knows me well knows that Miss Piggy is my least favorite Muppet by a heck of a lot. She's not exactly pleasant. She's abusive. She beats up Kermit. She as much as I love the Muppet characters, Piggy is not one of my favorites. But here we are. We're getting a Miss Piggy movie. And as a Muppet fan who's been begging for more Muppet content, I do feel it is my responsibility to support the film and go see it because if it doesn't do well, we're not going to get another Muppet movie. So, here we go. Jennifer Lawrence and Emma Stone are developing the Miss Piggy movie with Oh Mary Tony winner Cole Escola. Now, obviously, I know who Jennifer Lawrence and Emma Stone are, but I'll be honest, I do not know who Cole Escola is.
Cole is a relatively newer like star, I guess, on Broadway.
Okay.
So,
and I'm assuming the show is Oh Mary. Oh Mary, Tony winners.
yes, yeah.
Okay. I've only seen a handful of Broadway shows. I'm actually going. Well, I shouldn't say this. It's a Christmas gift, so I can't ruin the surprise. I bought somebody tickets to a Broadway show for Christmas, and they don't know it yet. So, not that they watch these streams, but okay. Emma Stone said, "I don't know if I." Come on, pop-ups, get out of here. Emma Stone said, "I don't know if I can announce this, but I'm just going to." Emma Stone and I are producing a Miss Piggy movie. Cole is writing it. Jennifer Lawrence revealed on the podcast Las Culturists, hosted by Bowen Yang and Matt Rogers.
Mm-hmm.
They were asked if Lawrence and Stone would also co-star in the film. Lawrence teased, "I think so." So there we go. Miss Piggy is a feminist icon. It would be so funny if Miss Piggy got canceled, Lawrence recalled. That's not necessarily the plot, she clarified, but it got the wheels turning.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. What are your thoughts?
It's so funny. When we talked about it the other night, I didn't remember how abusive Miss Piggy is. And then so I was looking through YouTube, and of course we found one clip that had some stuff in it, but I kept digging and I found more and more clips of like Miss Piggy like physically beating people up like Kermit and other Muppets. And usually not because they did anything. It's just like she flips out and she does it. And then the clip we watched where Kermit is basically yelling at her, it's because she started it and he was responding to what she started. And then she screamed at him and then assaulted him again. Like, so what is this movie going to, what would a Miss Piggy movie be? I don't even understand what they would do with a movie around, like, is it just her going around beating people up? I don't know what the movie would look like, honestly.
And, that's another thing too, is they called her a feminist icon, and I believe that's accurate. I believe she is considered something of a feminist icon, but should she be? I mean, she's not exactly.
The only thing that would make her a feminist icon is being a woman, because they're Muppets, like a woman character in a primarily man-dominated Muppet world. I mean, that's really it. You know what I mean?
True, and I think,
but
and oddly enough, she's always been puppeteered by a male puppeteer. Frank Oz originally, and now Eric Jacobson's been doing it for the past like 25 years.
Yeah.
So nice guy, by the way, Eric Jacobson. I met him on the set of Sesame Street. He couldn't have been sweeter. So okay, wait a minute. I got an email telling me what a Weddy is. Now here's the question: am I going to read this on the air? I have to.
I don't know. What is it? I don't know.
My husband told me what a Weddy was, according to 4chan, which I think is where it came from. Do I want to read this?
Is it bad?
It's not. It's not the worst thing, but do we want to keep this family friendly? I don't know.
It's a late night stream. It's entirely up to you.
But it'll still be there in the morning, though.
That's true. That's true.
It's when two male friends are in the shower together after a long night of hanging out, and one of them offers the other a hand job without reciprocation. That person is then giving the other a Weddy. And Harrison says, "Oh God, if it originated from 4chan, it can't be good."
Is that I wonder if that's the real? I mean, we read 3 different things, so this is another one that was not listed on. What was it? We looked it up on Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, this is not the definition that we found at the time. So
I mean, the process of getting into that situation is the more interesting bit, because once you get there, it's like you're already there. You know what I mean? But like, how do you, like, two friends are partying and they just decide.
Do you want to hear a funny story? I'm
Yeah.
gonna throw my mom under the bus
Okay,
here.
go for it.
Throwing my mom under the bus on YouTube. About 25 years ago or so, my friends Dave and Mike were over one night and we were watching movies. And I was like in college at the time, still living at home. And we were up late watching movies and they left and I took a shower and went to bed. So the next morning I come down and my mom is looking at me funny. And she's just staring at me and staring at me. And she says, "What went on here last night?" And I said, "What do you mean?" And she says, "I want to know what went on here last night." I said, "I don't know. Dave and Mike were here. We watched a movie." And then the movie ended and they went home. "Aren't you leaving something out?" "No, what am I leaving out?" "The part where you all took a shower together." And I'm like, "What?" She's like, "I heard you. I was trying to sleep. And I heard the three of you all in the shower together." I'm like, "You heard me in the shower?" And she goes, "Oh, don't give me that. There were people in there with you. Nobody drops the soap that many times."
How do you have a story for everything? It's just like there's always a story. So maybe that's where the Weddy legend came from. Was that story? Maybe you told it to somebody else in the
I must have. Maybe
legend
that's it. Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
So,
well, I can't wait for the next definition of Weddy to happen because I'm sure there's another one around the corner somewhere.
oh boy. And James says everyone's favorite pancake place, IHOP. What is everyone's favorite pancake place? IHOP, Denny's, or original Pancake House? IHOP is my to go. I think I kind of have this longing for Denny's only because we don't have any anymore. Like there's a couple IHOPs near me, but it's not easy to find a Denny's around here anymore. So I kind of would kill for a good Grand Slam.
Yeah. We have both. I don't really have a particular like favorite. Usually if I'm out drinking with friends, it's whichever one is closest to us is where we end up. I don't think I've ever been to an IHOP or a Denny's for breakfast, like a legitimate breakfast. It's always been like after going out and having a fun night before the shower and the Weddies. But as we go to Denny's and IHOP. So.
So I guess the question is going back before the Weddies. Are you going to go see the Miss Piggy movie?
I mean, I'll probably see it. I mean, I wouldn't avoid it only, I feel like she's not going to be the only character in the movie. Like there's probably going to be other Muppets in there too. So, I mean, I'll probably go see it for that reason.
I would like to think that. I will say I liked the show. I was very happy with the show. But I was a little bit disappointed that there weren't other Muppets in the Electric Mayhem show. Muppets Mayhem.
Just the band.
Like I thought, it was going to be centered on the band, but we would see Kermit. And no, Kermit's not on that show at all.
Yeah.
It was still good, but at this point, I guess I just don't know. After the Electric Mayhem, maybe it will just be Miss Piggy.
If it is just Miss Piggy, that would lower my my anticipation for the movie. If it's just her. No offense. I don't know if I'd be first in line on opening weekend to see that movie if it's just Miss Piggy.
I would be incredibly disappointed and first in line. Like I would be first in line to support the Muppets and also kind of bummed out.
It does suck because even though it's a Miss Piggy movie, it's an extension of the Muppets as a brand, which means if it doesn't do well, it doesn't just affect like Miss Piggy, it affects the entire franchise.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
So, there you go. All right. Next thing I had, I don't know if you've heard this, but there's a rumor going around that Funko might be going out of business.
I heard about that. Yes.
I don't know, what are your I don't know your feelings on Funko. I gathered up a few next to me here.
I have a ton of them.
My Sharknado.
I have a ton. Matter of fact, one of my favorite ones is right here next to me, which is the large Nightcrawler. Funko, which I really enjoy. I like them, but I'm not I don't collect them what word am I looking for? Like Beanie Babies. Like I'm not
Right.
out doing that. But I told people on my stream that just like with Beanie Babies and any other collectible thing, there's a ceiling on those things, and they eventually, they're not collectibles anymore. And they will still retain some value, but anything that was like overproduced, the value will just plummet once they stop manufacturing them. So, I mean, I just feel like for me, I have some. I'll still share them. Like what people don't understand is if Funkos go away, something else in a couple of years will pop up and it'll become the next thing that people are collecting. So I'm not too worried about that.
I'll tell you the truth. I've never really liked Funkos of human characters. Like I think like there was one I saw that was like Farmer Ted from 16 Candles.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't write on the box that was Farmer Ted from 16 Candles, I wouldn't have any idea who it was.
Right.
Like the humans just kind of look generic. I tend to go for the aliens and creatures. Like this is one I just bought. I got
Quark, yeah.
I'm a sucker for Star Trek, so I saw Quark and I'm like, I gotta have part. And likewise, I got Badgie over here.
Yeah. That's pretty funny. Yeah, and then my partner has the entire cast of Golden Girls. Like those are fun too to collect like a cast of characters from a show or something. But then you have like a million variants of like one superhero. It's like there's probably 50 different Superman versions of Funko. You know what I mean?
So the one we were looking for, because my wife and I were looking specifically for a Funko Superman, but we wanted it to look Super Friends style.
Right.
We would have settled for Christopher Reeve because that was kind of close, but all we were finding was Man of Steel.
Yeah, there's a lot of Zack Snyder Superman poses for Funkos. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like the idea, I think similar to Beanie Babies, they got addicted to the amount of people that were spending money on Funkos, and they're probably so cheap to make that, because they're all, like you said, a lot of them look the same. They're just repainted, so they don't have to change the character design too much. They just got addicted to the money. They overproduced them, and then they lost the luster. Like it happens with almost every collectible that I can remember in my life, that things eventually die out. I remember as a kid collecting Garbage Pail Kids. I love those cards. The little rubber muscle characters that came inside cans, I collected those too. So a lot of things I collected that were big for 5-6 years, and then they just vanished. So Funkos have been around for about 10 years now, maybe a little bit more.
Oh, much longer. I believe like 2010. I think they were.
So they've had a good run. I mean, like almost 2 decades.
They even made a movie. There's a movie called "Making Fun: The Story of Funko."
Yeah.
And I don't know how you can watch it now. I think they were giving away like Blu-rays for a while with a Funko, the special Funko hat. I don't know. Now this is interesting. Degrassi Knowles is saying Mondo dies with Funko. Are they the same company? I didn't know Mondo was associated with Funko. And
I'm not sure.
Oddly enough, I did just make a purchase from Mondo today. We just got a vinyl record player, and I found out that Mondo is next month releasing the soundtrack to the Josie and the Pussycats movie on vinyl. So I was like, well, we need that.
Yeah, I don't know for sure. Wait, the quality of Mondo product was already dropping long before the Funko. Oh, they purchased Funko.
Oh, really?
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. Oh, Funko bought Mondo.
Oh, Funko bought Mondo. All right.
I didn't know that. And Mighty Mugs. I forgot about Mighty Mugs. I never cared for Mighty Mugs.
I mean, that shows how much I really care about the collectible market. It's not a big thing for me. I have if I see something I like, I will buy it, but I don't typically go out and collect all of one thing. That's not really what I do.
Yeah, no, same here. I got a bunch of random ones, but it's just like there's no rhyme or reason to it. I got Ghostface over here.
Yeah. They're also good. Like they're almost like the fruitcake of gifts too. Like people will buy Funkos for their friends, and just because they're easy to grab. You say, oh, they love Star Wars, so I'll just grab a Star Wars Funko and wrap it up in give it to them as a gift or something. I've seen that happen quite a lot too.
Have you seen Tubs? They're like the Funko Pops, but they're rubber ducks.
No.
They are.
So it's like characters, but they're rubber ducks. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I got a few of them. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can find a few. Yeah, it's a company called Tubs with a two B's, and they do like little rubber ducks. Okay, here you go. I'll share this. It brought up also a guy named Brian Tubbs. So okay, you're gonna get everything here. So
okay,
so you'll see Brian Tubbs as well.
All right.
There they are. So like I got this Captain Kirk sitting on my desk.
That is like, honestly, that looks like Captain Kirk. I don't know. It just does. It's like the hair and everything is perfect, but it's just hilarious to me.
Yeah, I got that Captain Kirk, and I have this Borg.
Oh, that one's good too.
And Spot. Well, that's a mini one. They're actually bigger than that, but I got 4 sitting on my desk at work: Kirk, Spock, the Borg, and Geordi. There's Worf.
Oh my God.
7 of 9.
Oh, I love that one. I'd actually buy that one. I love 7 of 9.
So I actually I bought the Star Trek Tubs. Funny story. I bought the Star Trek Tubs because there's another YouTuber named. Do I want to give the guy credit? Everyone knows I hate this guy. Michael French. It's Michael French from Retro Blasting.
Okay.
And he did a whole video mocking Tubbs because Tubbs wrote to him and offered him free product to review on his channel.
Mm-hmm.
And he was so offended that that they would offer him this complete garbage to advertise on his show.
Mm.
Free of charge. We want to send you these things. Just take them, review them. But he made a whole video just mocking how garbage they are and why do you think I would ever show these off on my channel? And I just thought, like, man, that is so like what are you doing? You could politely decline. You can write back and say, no, this isn't really what I'm into. But it's just like, it was so jerky.
Or ignore it.
Exactly. Exactly. But I'm looking at them and I'm like, I think they're kind of cool.
Yeah.
So I actually ended up, his video mocking them ended with me buying a couple. So.
Yeah. That's pretty funny.
Parallax loves Tubbs. Tubbs, his favorites are the Resident Evil. So. Lego Star Trek. Oh yeah, there is Star Trek Legos now. So I don't know. I was just thinking the Funkos. I'm gonna be sorry to see the company go. They were kind of cool, but
well, I mean, it's quite possible they could still get purchased by, like, somebody could buy it out. You know what I mean?
That's true. Maybe it'll just become like a niche thing. Maybe they won't go away altogether. It'll just become like more of a you could still buy new Garbage Pail Kids today.
Yeah. What's the is it chapter 11 or chapter 13? Which one is the one where you can still run your business but you're technically in bankruptcy?
I think
chapter 14.
I think that's chapter 11, isn't it?
Is it? Yeah, a lot of companies run on chapter 11 for like years, so it's possible that that could happen as well.
James says, where'd it go? Does anybody remember the Funk and Standard store? I used to frequent that store every Friday in 0809. I don't know what Funk and Standards is.
It depends on what part of the country or the world you're in, I guess.
And Sean Hickman says, have I seen the new Star Trek figures made by the Nacelle Company? They're very good. They're very good. I've kind of stopped buying action figures because I'm running out of room to put things around here. Like I'm actually at the point where I'm trying to declutter.
You need to buy a warehouse and just.
Yeah. Wonder if Eric July has one for sale yet. All right. And the only other thing I had to really talk about, although I have to wonder if it's worth talking about because everyone's talked about it to death at this point, is Predator Badlands.
I mean, I could talk about it a million times. I've already seen it 3 times, so I
Okay,
wouldn't saw it again today.
I've seen it twice.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that movie. It was
It's a fun movie.
oh, look, Pam's here. Good to see you, Pam. We got 2 Pams in the chats tonight. So, good to see you, Pam. Yeah, it's really the narrative surrounding that film is blowing my mind too, because it's like these guys, they used to at least try to make their lies believable. Like they would find something that legitimately had some level of backlash against it, whether it was warranted or not. And they would be like, okay, we're going to build our narrative because some people are saying X about this. But now they're like literally out there talking about how this movie has failed at the box office when everybody's reporting what a hit it was. And it's like, this is where we are now. You're just
but everyone's lying. Remember, this is their thing, is that it's always the studio's lying, a magazine is lying, a person is lying. Like, that's just what it's become. It's a little exhausting, honestly, because it's like a child just, insisting that they're telling the truth, that everybody else is wrong, when they want to get their way. And that's just the way it is with these channels.
Yeah, it's been really bizarre, but you got to wonder, how do they keep their viewership? I mean, obviously the viewership is falling off, but what kind of mentality believes them? Like you have to deny what's before your own eyes.
I mean, do you think there's some people that know that they're lying and they're just going along with it because they want to see the world burn? I mean, is that kind of where we're at?
There's a guy on YouTube who I stumbled upon several years ago, and I kind of started watching him because I thought he was interesting. He was like total chud in his opinions and beliefs about like pop culture and media. But he also was able to figure out that all these Fandom Menace channels were lying.
Right.
And I'm like, this is interesting. This is a guy who has a different perspective than me and that I do not agree with at all, who also can tell he's being lied to. And that's what made me watch him, because I was like, this is fascinating. But there was still that level of disconnect where like Doomcock would come out and say like Kathleen Kennedy's being fired, and he'd come on and he'd be like, well, Doomcock says Kathleen Kennedy's being fired again. I don't really believe him, but I hope it's true. And it was like that hope was just drawing him back to them. And it was wild to watch. And also he reached out to them and asked if he could join. Like, he wanted to be part of the Fandom Menace, and he said on his channel that they turned him down because he was gay.
Oh, he's a gay content creator?
Right.
Oh.
And it's like, so
right.
So you can see that all these things are there and that these guys are full of crap, but at the same time you still want to believe their narrative so much. Eventually I stopped watching them because it was just it hurt your brain after a while. But it was fascinating to watch somebody who could you could see the disconnect where it's like, I want to believe them and I know they're lying to me.
Right.
So I don't know.
I will say this. One of the issues I have, and I had to respond to someone today that left a comment about this, is I can think someone is a garbage person, like if it like simply because they're being honest about their hate. Like if they hate women and they say they hate women, and that's where their foundation starts at. I can think they're a garbage person, but they're not lying about any of this. What I really hate are the channels that obviously hate women and hate gay people and hate trans people and hate black people, but they don't want to say that. So they come up with these like completely word salad filled explanations for why something is bad. And it's like, I would rather you just say the reason why you think it's bad. Like, if you don't like gay people, just say you don't like gay people. Don't make up some weird like woke mind virus thing. Like that doesn't make any sense. Just say what it is you feel. I would much rather them do that, because then at least we're coming to things with an honest perspective, Right. That's my issue. That's why my channel, a lot of people say, why don't you go after people who are just blatantly racist a lot of times? And I'm like, because they're racist. Like they're outwardly talking about it. I'll mention it, but there's no reason to debunk that because that's what they are. My debunking is calling out the word salad, you know?
What's the guy's name? Ranting for Vengeance?
Yes.
Or he's totally he's an out of the closet racist. Like it's like it's here. I'm not hiding it. It's right there.
And I covered him in one video, and I said there's no point in me covering this guy because he's just a racist. He's just a homophobe. Like there's no point, you know?
Exactly.
And I feel like there's a lot of this with this Predator Badlands thing because, oh, by the way, hi Lisa. Sorry, I was going to respond to your comment. With Predator Badlands, is there's nothing remotely offensive about this movie. It's just it's an inoffensive popcorn movie with a good story, a lot of action, and some cool ideas. There's no agenda there. There's no wokeness. There's no romance. There's no gay characters. There's no trans characters. There's not even a black person in the movie. It's a android, and this is one of the things I said when I talked about the Critical Drinkers fake review, is to tell you how unfeminizing this movie is. If you change the androids to men instead of women, the story stays exactly the same. There's no change in the story. So you can't tell me that it's a feminizing story if the story wouldn't change when you change the gender of the androids. It would be the same story. So it's just one of those things where I'm lost on where this narrative is coming from. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
I think it's just a case of there's nothing else coming out for them to rag on right now.
Yeah.
Like it's like they need something and they don't have anything, and they're trying to construct the narrative of why this movie sucks. It's not really there, but
right. Well, it's I mean, look at what it did. I talked about this last night. It's the biggest opening ever for a Predator movie, probably due to the fact that it is a PG-13 accessible film where you don't have to watch anything else to get into this movie. If you watch this movie from beginning to end, there's very little that you're going to need from any of the previous films or TV shows. You can kind of jump into this one and just watch it as a one-off movie if you want, which I think is a plus for it. It's coming out at a good time of the year. I think they were very smart. The budget was good for the what we got from the film. I had a lot of fun with it. So what's up, Perp?
Hello. Sorry, I'm writing my title real quick, and then I'll join you guys in what you're talking about.
Yeah, we're talking about this Predator movie, man. Predator.
Oh,
Badlands.
I saw it. Badlands.
Yeah.
It was so terrible. It was terrible. It was bad. It was bad. It was bad, man. Badland. Hold on. I'm almost done.
Harrison says more like ranting for attention from my dad.
Well, his dad's also got a Chud channel too.
Yeah.
So, but his dad complains about MMA, I think is what it is. It's like an MMA channel. So, hey, what's up, Chris?
Oh my, okay, there. This light's terrible. Oh my god. Okay, hi. Hi. Hello.
Predator Badlands, more like Predator Goodlands.
Yeah, I really enjoyed
good.
it. I really enjoyed it. Oh my god, this light. Screw this light. All right, it's gone.
Hi. Oh, this is Little Movie Perp.
Yeah. Yeah, I was surprised when the raptor disappeared.
I'm still working out the kinks, guys. As you can see.
I do miss the raptor.
I'll bring it back.
Should have a raptor stream like once a month or something.
Yeah.
No, we were I've already seen the movie 3 times. I saw it on Thursday,
Wow.
I saw it on Saturday, and I saw it today for like the matinees. So
then you loved it.
I had a really good time with it. It was like I've always enjoyed, like I'm a big, like I think I mentioned this before. Other than superhero stuff, sci-fi shit is my favorite shit. So I love almost all sci-fi franchises. I'll give them a shot. I've liked a lot of the Predator stuff. The Prey movie fucking knocked my socks off. Love that fucking movie. Killer of Killers was incredible. I love that fucking movie. And this movie came out, and I'm like, we have 3 very different Predator movies in like a 3-year period. One of them's animated, which fucking blew my mind. And the other 2 are so completely different, but they exist in the same world. Like I just keep this momentum going. I think we need more. Like, give us some more animated shit. I'm ready for it. Like,
I'm also so thankful that this director, this guy who's in charge of all 3, did this radical, like, different. And I'm sure they're gonna like sort of meet and cross in the end. But it's like, I can imagine the pressure of him having to like follow the story of Prey or Killer of Killers and all that. Like the fact that he just told a different story in these 3 films. Like, I think that's really, I think that's incredible within
Yeah.
itself. It feels like it's like different visions. I think he's very talented. Like this guy loves Predator. It appears.
Like, get him on some more shit, man. I want to see him do some other stuff for sure.
I got to
Yep.
go back and watch Killer of Killers again. 'Cause I was
Oh
telling
my
Chris
God.
yesterday, I didn't.
So good, Joe.
Good.
It's still my favorite out of all three so far.
Mhm.
The Killer of Killers.
Here's a story I told on Perp Stream yesterday. So I don't think most of my viewers have heard this one. I went and saw this movie at the King of Prussia, Pennsylvania Regal Cinema last Wednesday for their fan event. Now they had 2 fan events that day. One of them was a premiere in IMAX. Maybe it was 3D IMAX. I don't know. But on the big IMAX screen, they had a premiere for Predator Badlands. But same day in the neighboring theater, they had a double feature of Prey and Predator Badlands. And Prey had not up
on
till
the
now
big
played-
screen.
Yeah. And I opted to go to the double feature. I went and saw Prey and Badlands, where meanwhile, next door to me in the IMAX screen, Badlands by itself was having a fan screening.
Yeah.
Dan Trachtenberg showed up and talked to the audience in the auditorium next to me.
Oh.
I found out the next day that Trachtenberg was next door in the next door. And I'm like, dude, you directed both of the movies in the double feature. You couldn't just bounce over and say hi to us too. Like you couldn't just do that.
They said because IMAX pays for that visit. So he's like, technically, he really can't. He has to show up for the IMAX screening.
Was that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
It's
that.
promotion. Yeah.
I would fucking love to see Prey on the big screen. That makes me very jealous because I had to watch it at home. I would love to see it on the big screen. I bet it looked amazing.
Oh yeah, it was great.
I have to say, we don't, we're not budget guys, but I just want to put this out there. This movie was made on $100 million budget estimated. Like this is what I want to see, man. Like, give me your good shit and make the studios happy with the money shit, and then we can all have a good time. That's all. That's what I want, man.
I think it's very creative. I have you guys talked about like the reactions and stuff?
We just started
like,
when you showed up right as we were talking about it. So yeah,
okay, like there's been a lot of like terrible, obvious, like, oh, it's a romance, all this really, I don't know what else to call it, but like just they haven't seen the movie type of type of stuff. And I think that's very unfair because I think there's some legit criticisms. I really enjoyed this movie. I think there's some stuff in there that, I don't want to give leeway to like the haters and all this stuff, but there is some stuff that I'm thinking is like, you know what? I think there is a legit discussion to be had about the look of these films in these franchises kind of like sort of starting to meet in a similar look like this. There was a lot of stuff that reminded me of Mandalorian in terms of the cinematography and some of the plot lines. And I think that's I'm not gonna like knock it. I'm just gonna be like, okay, let's stay away from it. Let's be different, because I think there's legit criticism in terms of like, oh, the quote unquote Disneyfication. I could sort of see that being there with Star Wars, Marvel that they own. I think it's more of that, not so much Disney, but like Star Wars and like sort of Marvel, how they handle their space stuff. I could see sort of this crossing that area a little bit. And I could see where it's like, hey, don't do that. Let's keep it let's keep Predator and Alien. If you want to add Blade Runner, I'm down for that.
I would say that Prey doesn't look like a Marvel.
Yes,
movie, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Killer of Killers is completely off the fucking rock.
Yeah, no,
like,
I mean this specifically only for this new one, Badlands.
I would say Perp. That's even that's a bigger conversation for like trends of cinema in general. I think. Like we could have a conversation, a broad conversation about what this looks like for other sci-fi movies, other superhero movies, things like that. I can see that criticism. The only other criticism that I can kind of understand, I had a talk with my brother about it, is some of because the movie is not a 2-hour plus film. Like it's an hour and 45, I think, hour and 47, something around that for like the runtime. So there's a couple of things that happen in the plot that move the story along a little bit in a way that might feel a little unnatural to people. Like, for example, crash landing so close to where the base was and all that things that are like coincidental, I guess, in the film. It doesn't bother me. but I feel like it's okay if somebody has that as a criticism, like that's fine. But I would say for pacing purposes, I don't want to watch 30 minutes of nothing happen just so it feels realistic in that movie. You know what I mean? Like that's another criticism where I get it. It's not a chud criticism, but saying that there's like a romance between him and the synthetic is just fucking
it's super
stupid.
silly. It's all because the Predator is the most like not but it's allowed to be the most like looked at in terms of different emotional levels that this Predator has to go through more than any other Predator. So that is automatically seen as some type of weakness or quote unquote womanly, which is very weird, very strange.
Well, you know what it reminds me of? Of course, they're going for this weird gender thing. But it reminds me of the movie Star Trek V, The Final Frontier. They introduced a character named Cybok, who was the brother of Spock.
Yeah.
And he was a full-blooded Vulcan who rejected Vulcan logic and decided to embrace emotion. And it was the first time in the franchise we ever saw a Vulcan who said, you know what, that thing all the rest of the Vulcans are doing, that's not for me. So in this, we see a Predator who comes to embrace kind of a different way. Like, you know, you're not supposed to, the Predator only hunts alone. You know, we only hunt alone. And at first the android's like, well, I'm not a person. I'm a tool. You use me as a tool. But as the movie goes on, we learn, you know, that's not entirely accurate. She's got a personality. She kind of played him, really. But he grew, and he was like, no, you know what? I do accept you. I do accept this little critter that
I love that part.
It's cool. Like
so creative.
Yeah.
It almost reminds me of Cybok, because it's like when you have a species where it's like everyone we met, this is their way, this is the norm of their society. And we finally got like a character who kind of grew past that a little.
Right.
And that's real, because look at humanity. Could you imagine if like they were like, this is the way it is. It's going to be like this. You're all going to go out and hunt every day. Like eventually you're going to get to the guy who's like, oh, I don't want to do that. But even still, he still wanted to do that, but he just was like, I'm going to do it my own way. I'm going to.
Eventually, you're going to get to the Predator that wants to start his own clan with different species, and that's cool. That's
exactly that's an interesting story, because we've seen the same, and this is what Trachtenberg said was we've seen the same story. Predator's a bad guy, comes out, attacks people, murders a bunch of people. They have to run for their lives, so they find a way to defeat the Predator. Like that story has been told a million times. And look, if people that are saying that this feels feminized, feminization or whatever, the Predator, which is it's really a dumb statement in general. But if you, and I don't think we're going to jump into spoilers, but without spoiling it, if you were to watch this movie from the perspective of anyone else, the Predator would still be seen as the antagonist. Like if you were looking at this from the perspective of if the base had humans on it, they would be running for their lives trying to get away from the Predator, because the Predator is doing something that we wouldn't totally understand at that point in time when it comes to the callus and how he's handling everything. The only reason it feels like we know this Predator is because for the first time ever, we followed the Predator as a protagonist, not the antagonist of the film. And that's what makes it really fucking interesting to me. And the ingenuity, like again, without spoiling the end of the movie, a lot of the ways he's able to do what he can do at the end of the movie is embracing ingenuity and like learning new things that other Predators would not do. That they would not learn. And that actually makes him fucking like dope, in my opinion. Like
while still keeping to like the look of the Predator. It's very cool.
Because he's not physically going to be able to compete with other Predators. They're like triple his size, you know, on average. So he has to come up with other ways. He's the runt of the clan. This is all established in the first 5 minutes of the movie. So like this is a Predator that can't just match them at their own level. He has to do something different. And I appreciated that in the movie because, again, we wouldn't see this any other time. Subtitles throughout the whole fucking movie, too. The Predator talking in subtitles. Like, that's crazy. They didn't make him just talk like us. They literally gave him subtitles and did the universal translator thing for the characters on screen. I thought that was fucking brilliant. I thought that was brilliant.
And another thing that I see people, when you put a picture between like the Predator from 1987, like, you know, done by like amazing makeup artists, you know, I think it was Stan Winston and then Steve Wang did some work on it. When you look at it side by side, it's like, yeah, one of them looks a little more intimidating, which is what I guess they're looking for. But when you get down, when you actually watch the movie and you see why he's designed a certain way, especially his eyes, he's very emotive, and it's not the emotion like it's there for him to like cry and all this stuff. You could see the Predator actually act when he's like angry in terms of like what he's looking at. You could see him actually start thinking of like, okay, where he's going to go in terms of his feelings. And I thought that was really, really well done. His eyes were, I thought it was incredible special effects. I still don't know if it's makeup or CGI. It's probably CGI. That was incredible CGI for his face specifically. I
think just this part right here was CGI. I've seen some set photos, and it looks like everything around him up to his eyes are prosthetic except for the mouth. So I think the mouth was the only thing that was done in visual effects.
It was awesome. I love that character. I love Deck. I loved him.
I agree completely with Donovan here. Donovan says that it's his favorite film in the franchise now. I agree. I saw it for the second time with my friend Dave, and he loved the movie. But he did still think he prefers the 87 movie. He said, I think the original is still my favorite, but this is pretty close.
My favorites are the most recent three. Prey, Killer of Killers, and then this one. These are my favorite three right now.
I think another critique, which I won't even put on the film, I'll put it on the marketing. I think there would have been a lot of juice for that second act if we would have discovered, this is a Wayland freaking synthetic, and we didn't know that in the like that, because the second act it kind of lags a little bit,
especially off the back of Alien Earth. Off of Alien Earth, it would have been synergy there,
like that would have carried that second act a little more in terms of the creative energy, and just like, wow, oh my god, this is awesome. She's from Alien. That's great. Am I going to see a xenomorph? Like, which I think the marketing did a disservice. But I understand why marketing needed that 40 million, which it got for the weekend. So I understand why it did it. I'm just
By the way, I want to point out Noah Hawley, who did Alien Earth, they got renewed. So look, I guarantee that second season got renewed because of not only the reception to the show, but because of this fantastic weekend for Predator Badlands. Because I know Aliens and Predators franchises have their own franchises, but there's a lot of crossover in these franchises now. And if the studio sees an interest on this movie, they're going to go, hey, people like this shit, so we're going to give it another season, and we might even put some brand synergy in that. But only do it if it works. You guys are doing really good right now. It worked in this movie. The brand synergy worked in this movie. You have to do it like this every time. It can't feel inauthentic. It has to feel like it really belongs in the movie or the TV show.
I think it was TJ. I'm going to give Transylvania Jack had a great, I don't know if it's a theory or it's really canon, but this might be a prequel to Alien versus Predator Requiem. If this Predator calls himself Wolf, that was like, I think the unofficial or official name of the Predator in Alien Requiem. He was he was known as the Wolf because he was, remember, he was the cleanup guy. And they said it's from Pulp Fiction. He was the Wolf.
That's true.
So there might be a link. Might be a shout out or a link. But TJ also says that this movie did a lot of shout outs to the comics, which I read a long time ago when I was like a kid.
I couldn't be more excited. So this year alone, I didn't like the very ending of it. I think the cliffhanger was bad for Alien Earth, but I liked the show. So Alien Earth, this Killer of Killers, I'm ready for another fucking Alien or Predator thing like right now. Like I'm ready for it right now, honestly.
Yeah, Killer of Killers was amazing. That's still probably my favorite right now, besides the original. I still love the original.
Yeah.
The original was so special because it was like an action movie, but it was a horror movie.
Which y'all's least favorite Predator movie? Like, what's your least favorite one?
Oof. Part 2 is, I think, is kind of bad until the last 30 minutes are incredible.
Like, I think I know what Joe's is.
Not including
don't include AVP.
Favorite Alien movie?
No, least favorite Predator movie.
Least favorite Predator movie.
Perp says part 2, right? Like the second one.
I don't know. Like the Predator's pretty bad, but I don't know. I think it's kind of funny, so I enjoy it. Predators didn't have good action scenes. The characters were cool though.
It's pretty tough because I think they're all pretty good. maybe I'd go with Predator 2. I mean, I do like Predator 2.
Yeah,
but
the last 30 minutes are amazing.
Low key, I know you said it have a good action scene, but low key, one of my favorite ones is Predators. I just like that the concept of that movie, like a bunch of people getting dropped off on a planet. Like it's not the greatest in execution, but the concept is really fucking cool.
Yeah, I loved how he just wakes up and he's in the air already, and then like each one is such a like comic book caricatures. Like they have the cartel
this fucking samurai guy,
Yakuza, and it's like, wow, this should be a comic book, bro. That's great.
So you said the Predator, Joe?
I think I'd say Predator 2.
Okay.
Probably, yeah.
I would have to agree. Probably, I didn't like the ending of the Predator. It felt very like Marvel, like with the Predator suit and everything. But I think 2 is probably the roughest one on watch again. Like it just is. It's a rough one to get through.
I only watched like from the subway scene on. Like that's when the movie like is awesome. Everything before that, it's like I don't even know.
Again, cool concept, like the Predator in New York. You know what I mean? Like it
feels
cool.
like it feels like it's in RoboCop Detroit, though. I don't know why. It's
is it New York? Is it in New York?
I don't know. I think it's California.
Is it?
Is it? I think it's Cali.
Either way, like a Predator in the city is a cool concept. I think. I mean,
yeah.
But yeah, you're right. You're right. It does feel like RoboCop. It's L.A. Okay, Los Angeles. You're right. It's been a while since I've seen it. I just remember like a lot of the really bad. Like, wasn't Gary Busey in that movie as well?
Yeah,
like,
he was like a government agent. It gets.
Oh, he had that ugly silver outfit that he wore. That I was like, why are you wearing this ice skater outfit, man? Like, what the fuck? Yeah, I remember that.
Dude, you know the trailer. I mean, it's in the movie, but we all knew from the trailer that we saw the Independence Day alien head on the ship.
That ain't happening.
Yeah,
that ain't happening.
Would you want to see that?
No, I want Blade Runner. I want Blade Runner. I want Blade Runner.
That's a tall order. That's
what the hell are they gonna do with Independence Day? That shit happened in '96.
What the
hell are they gonna do with that?
There's no more of them there. There's no more.
I mean, there is, but like the idea of Independence Day was like big ships blowing up cities. What the hell's a Predator franchise going to do with that?
I don't know. I wouldn't have thought to have a Predator teamed up with an android.
I actually think like a mass amount of like xenomorphs versus the Independence Day aliens would be cool as fuck. Though that'd be pretty crazy. But yeah, the Independence Day aliens are more like technologically dependent, I guess. Other than that, what was that second one with the giant kaiju one?
Yeah, Independence Day Resurgence.
Resurgence, yeah, that one was
God,
wild.
I hate that movie so much.
That was like every Roland Emmerich movie like piled into one. Like, he put everything in there.
Like the Xenomorph bus chase, which I was like, what are we doing
a little bit of Godzilla, a little bit of 2012. He put it all. He put a little bit of the Patriot in there, probably.
I actually hope DeGrassi's right, because as much as I hated Independence Day 2, it ended with a great setup for a third movie, and I'm like, you know what? If they better script, they could redeem this.
Better script. It needs to get more stupid. What they need to do is they need to blow up the Earth, and it's different chunks of the Earth in outer space trying to connect. It's like we need to communicate with this chunk over here. Like they need to blow up the whole Earth and make it really dumb. Screw it. That's the sequel.
That would be funny, actually. I think a lot of times when you lean into the ridiculous, it gets better because you're like, I just know, I'm self-aware this shit. It's campy as fuck, and we're just gonna go for it.
That way, there's a possibility you get Jack Black in it, and you get a
Jason Momoa, Jack Black, just as like,
and that's your chance to $1 billion right there. Ridiculous premise, Jack Black and Jason Momoa.
We'll call it Minecraft meets Independence Day.
Yeah,
part 2, 5, whatever it is.
Well, that does give me a good segue. Are we done talking about Predator?
Sure.
Did you have anything else to add about Predator?
No.
Me? Good. No, it was good. Yeah, definitely good. If you haven't seen it, go watch it on a matinee this week or something. It's definitely worth the watch.
Well, if we're going to talk about sequels that lean into the ridiculousness and just go with it, I think one of the greatest sequels ever made, a movie that I actually feel surpasses the original because it's just so incredibly funny, is Gremlins 2: The New Batch.
Oh.
And we just got word that Gremlins are coming back. We're getting a Gremlins 3. And I said a few years ago, Perp, you and I may have been on stream when I said it. I said there's only two people that I would want to see direct a Gremlins movie. I would want to see Joe Dante return, because Joe Dante is like my favorite filmmaker of all time, believe it or not. A lot of people don't mention Joe Dante. Joe Dante is like my favorite.
Or Zack Snyder.
I said, if you don't get Joe Dante back, the only other person who could direct a Gremlins movie is Chris Columbus.
Chris Columbus. Oh my god.
Because Chris Columbus created the franchise. He wrote the original script, but at that time he was not yet a director. But now he is.
I mean, we can get Chris Stuckman to do it.
Yeah, Chris Stuckman. Yo, Gremlins get Stuckmanized. Gremlins 3 Stuckmanized.
I don't think he'd say no.
I just hope they don't make it like, okay, so the first Gremlins, as funny as it is in moments, is also fucking terrifying, like the very first one. The second one is scary, but it's also a little over the top silly, obviously, with all the different types of gremlins and everything. What direction should this third movie be? Like, what should it be? Is it more, should we go back to more of a horror movie, or should we push the campiness even more?
Red Letter Media had the perfect pitch already, which is Gremlins need to take over the White House. And it's perfect because they have the guy. The way they pitched it is the guy from part 2. Remember the guy that owned the building?
Yeah,
Daniel Clamp.
He's the president. He gets to in part 3. He gets to be the president, and you just do Gremlins 3 over there.
He was
you involve all the cast members of the last one. They're working for him, and blah blah.
Yeah, the character was intended to be sort of a mashup between Donald Trump and Ted Turner, so it kind of works.
Yeah, yeah, and then you could do all the jokes.
I just wonder if they're going to be like, hey, we can do so much more now in 2025, so we're just going to make it even more gory and bloody.
I hope so. I hope they don't do something where it's like they're trapped in an apartment complex or something like that. I kind of want
that's Critters 3.
Yeah, I kind of want Scope. Yeah, well, I don't want that. Don't do Critters. I kind of want Scope a little bit, you know.
I just hope they
go gory. Gory would be awesome, though.
I'm just hoping they stick with puppetry. Keep it puppets.
Good luck with that.
I mean, I don't mind a little bit of CGI to, like, you know, fill in shots here and there, but
it's Chris Columbus, bro. He did the first 2 Harry Potter movies.
Yeah, but
there's CG up to hell.
But it's Gremlins. It's gotta be puppets, man. It's gotta be puppets. I saw there's a good YouTube channel. I like the guy. I've invited him to be here. He's actually got the link, but he's never been available. He told me he would stop by one of these days. Either of you guys ever see Planet CHH? It's a horror channel.
No,
mostly a horror channel. Good. He seems like a good guy, but he was talking about it, Gremlins 3, and he was asking whoever was streaming with him, would you want to see what would you want this movie to be rated? And they were debating what the movie should be rated, and I'm like, it's got to be rated PG or PG-13.
Not PG.
It's got to be. The first one was PG.
Dude, it was wasn't Gremlins like the first movie to be wrestling with the MPAA PG-13? Almost like
it would be a PG-13 today, but yeah, they did.
But it's because of that movie. I think PG. For respect for that movie, what it did for the MPAA,
right?
Kind of birthed the PG-13.
I'm like, you can't turn Gremlins into something it isn't. Like let's not try to make this something that it's not. This is Gremlins. This has got to be something. They sold so many toys. Sold cereal. There was a Gremlins breakfast.
How do you make that argument to the haters of Predator Badlands, where it's like Predator Badlands is very clearly different from the first Predator, and they're saying you have to make the same Predator movie over and over again? You're kind of making the same argument with Gremlins, are you not?
How am I making the same argument?
You're saying you have to do the same, like the.
I'm not saying you have to do. I'm not saying you have to do the same thing. I'm just saying you have to let it. You have to let it be what it is. You can't try to turn it into something completely different. If anything, Predator Badlands.
You think making it rated R would be making it completely different?
Well, I think it would be taking away the accessibility from kids. I mean, the original was a movie that sold toys and breakfast cereal.
But the art itself, you think it would be?
Predator Badlands actually did the opposite. It went PG-13. It made it more accessible.
Yeah. It didn't need. But that was perfect because it didn't need it. It didn't need the R rating. It didn't have any humans in it. It was all like robots and monsters. Like it was perfect for that rating.
By the way, I'd like to point out that when Alien versus Predator, the original Alien versus Predator came out, it was rated PG-13.
Yeah, that had humans.
And a lot of people were like. well, how come it's not rated R? And I kept pointing out because it's Alien versus Predator.
But there
It's
was humans in
special
it.
there were, but mainly it was special effect on special effect action. So
The-
that's
but that's like, oh, I guess you're right. But there's still like humans that have to get taken out by the predator and aliens like the first 30 minutes or something. It would have been nice. It would have been nice to be gory.
Okay, Perp, this is totally off topic, but Anthony Beltre's got something that you were asking for.
What?
A Betty Boop horror
Oh
film.
yeah, I pitched that like last year. I was like, that's coming. I got a new one next year. I'm gonna try to get a spec script ready for a Pluto Cujo horror film.
So when people say my pet peeve, nobody asked for that. I could say, oh no, I know exactly who it is.
I wanted that really bad. I wanted a Betty Boop slasher film with the public domain movies. I saw all the Popeye ones this year. Shiver Me Timbers is the best one.
Oh, did they turn Popeye into the killer?
Yeah, all of
Okay.
them. He's the killer in all of them. Yeah, he's not the hero. One of them, it's a meteorite. It's like a spinach meteorite or something, or a meteorite hits his spinach, and then he gets like all bulked up and crazy, and then he kills teenagers.
Degrassi says that Drunk Bob is a flim flam man. I don't know where that came from. I don't think we were talking about Drunk Bob, but
No, Red Letter Media? No. Red Melon.
Pamela said something about it a couple of times.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Would you classify Drunk Bob as a chub or a grifter? I met him at a con and he was drunk. Wow. Drunk Bob was drunk. What do you know?
I want to go back. Crazy Joe, if you were to let's say you're a producer and you had to make a Gremlins rated R movie, who would you, and it can't be like any like Chris Columbus, it has to be a newbie, like someone that you like. Who would you get?
All right.
Rated R Gremlins movie.
If it's going to be rated R, it still needs to have a sense of fun
Yes.
and cartoonishness to it.
Someone like the Attack the Block guy would be awesome.
Oh, geez, give me a few minutes to think about that one because it would need to be somebody who's got
Attack the Block guy. Who's that guy? Joe Cornish or something?
You know what? No, I really don't like Attack the Block that much.
Oh, really? Damn.
You know what? I might go Raimi.
I was gonna say Raimi.
Raimi.
Honestly, that was right in my
Damn
head.
it. That is a good one. I want a newbie.
Okay, well, let me think of somebody new. Chris Suckman.
God damn it.
I don't want to beat up on Chris Stuckman. I don't know if you guys watched my review. I put my review up of Shelby Oaks.
No, I didn't see. I saw the review go up. I haven't watched it yet though, because it's not playing anywhere near me, so I can't see it.
I don't have any kind of relationship with Chris Stuckman at all. Like, not relationship as in knowing him, but like as a viewer. I've never really watched him. I never heard of him until his Madam Web thing went viral. That's the first I ever heard of the guy.
Good job.
So I don't have any attachment to this guy as a fan where I'm like, I really like him. I want to see him do well.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't have anything against him either. I'm a blank slate with him. But when I heard the story, oh wow, a YouTuber made a movie, I want to root that on. Like, I really want to root that on.
Mhm.
And that's why I made a point to get out there and see it. Man, I didn't like that movie. And I felt bad giving that movie a bad review.
Do you like found footage mockumentaries stuff?
Well, it's not completely a found footage film.
Okay.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I like found footage. Probably the best thing about the movie is that it does split between found footage and a typical narrative. Like, there's a moment in the movie where it goes from one to the other, and I'm like, oh, that was cool.
Cool.
But yeah, I really hope he gets another shot, and I hope the next one's better. I'm
Robert Rodriguez Gremlins movie would be awesome too. He would be crazy for that.
I feel like there's this weird narrative around Robert Rodriguez. Like, people seem to hate on him now.
No, they don't.
No,
they don't talk about him.
I've heard a lot of negativity about Robert Rodriguez, starting with Sin City 2. I heard people come out like, "Oh, Sin City 2 sucked," and I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about. If you, I don't see how you like Sin City 1, but not Sin City 2. They're very much a natural. One's a natural extension of the other. Like, I don't. It's not like one's different. I don't get it, but I heard a lot. I hear a lot of negativity since Sin City 2. It seems like people just don't.
Well,
I don't know.
boo
I
that.
like him. I like
I
him.
love Robert Rodriguez.
What do you think, Eric? You a Robert Rodriguez fan?
I mean, I've liked his movies. I don't really have a strong opinion about him either way. I haven't heard anybody saying anything negative about him though. I don't know if I'm missing that online or whatever, but I haven't seen.
He also got trashed for his Boba Fett episodes.
Oh, I do remember. Okay, yeah. I do sort of remember that. Yeah, was that the one where they rode the motorcycles and everything, or
I think so.
Yeah, that was a bad episode. That was a bad episode.
Cool.
I don't know how much of it was his fault though. Like he was the director, but he wasn't necessarily the person that wrote the story. You know what I mean?
See, I actually liked that episode. I loved that motorcycle chase. I thought I thought it was so funny. Like I was like really enjoying it. Like
the companion ladies in it.
But you know what I think? I get the impression sometimes that I really appreciate comedic things, and I think sometimes when things get comedic, other people actively dislike that. Not everybody, but like I know some people are like I've noticed that comedy, what I find to be amusing, other people will call cringe.
I think comedy is the most subjective part of anything, really. That's why a lot of people have different opinions about it.
Well, my whole thing is depending on if it's a straight comedy, yes, I'm very like, okay, a straight comedy movie like Naked Gun is supposed to be funny. I will judge it harshly if it's not funny. However, for like certain action films and even Marvel films, I don't dislike a movie if it's not if it's like going for like jokes. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it just sort of plateaus where it's like, oh, it's a normal line now. It's not like trying to like, you know, something not being funny, something being successful or not successful. It doesn't hinge on like what that type of movie is, so it doesn't really affect me. So if something's not like something like Thor: Love and Thunder, there was a lot of like that whole scene with Russell Crowe. I didn't find it funny. Right. And it was like, but I didn't hate the movie because of it. I was just like, oh, it was just okay. I just wanted them to get through that scene and see what information I could get. And sometimes the jokes that don't land do give like information on characters and stuff like that. So I don't like deduct points if something isn't funny, if it's like,
I agree with that.
Sci-fi, you know?
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah, and I thought Thor was hilarious in that movie. I loved Thor. But my favorite part of Thor: Love and Thunder, by the way, is the goats. I love the goats. I have a T-shirt with the goats on it. I think they're so funny. So, I don't know. And Chris points out that comedy is more subjective than any other genre. Yeah, we started off this stream
horror too.
Yeah, we started off this stream with me saying that I don't find Jim Carrey funny. Clearly, a minority opinion.
Did you see Friendship? Because that movie like splits people.
I love Friendship.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh, by the way, anyone been watching The Chair Company?
Yes.
Did you see?
I love that show.
Did you see the end of episode 5?
I did. I was kind of shocked. I'm like, oh shit, okay.
Wow.
They did something I thought I would never see on like a regular like TV show. I was like, it was almost like, I would say it's almost like porn. It was like a porn scene or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like a regular television show. Yeah.
That's the thing. Like I from what I understand, they're HBO hasn't said yet whether or not that was real or not.
I went on Reddit and found out that the I guess the actor or whatever, that it was real.
Oh, really?
That it was real. Yeah.
Wow.
Whatever. I was planning on watching that with my girlfriend. I guess I'm not. No. Like, damn.
It's like episode 4 or 5, I think.
Yeah, it's the final shot of episode 5.
Look what Harrison said.
The final shot of episode 5. It was.
It was more than a wedding, Harrison. It was. More
yes.
Oh my Lord! What is this? Fourth, thanks for your talking about Peacemaker. That's hilarious.
Actually, this was more graphic than Peacemaker was, in my opinion, because it's actually doing. It's not just thinking about them doing things, like you see it on screen. So,
yes.
Oh, did you guys hear about the Jimmy Olsen TV show?
Yeah.
That's happening. And what's the first character? Oh, Grog.
Gorilla Grodd is going to be the main villain. Yeah,
that's cool. I'm interested in that. A lot of people weren't liking it. People like really need those A+ hitters out there.
You know how I feel about the Jimmy Olsen show, right, Perp?
What?
I don't think I've ever been this excited. You're excited? Feel these nipples.
Do you think this is too hardcore though for the fans? Because you love these like your favorite characters like Guy Gardner, for Christ's sake. Like holy shit. Like, is this too obscure for normies?
I don't think so. I mean, I think
I
most
love the
people-
concept. I just love the idea. I was like, that's a really cool idea to do.
Well,
that.
number one,
love
I
stuff
don't,
like
I
that.
don't think. Oh, by the way, Fort's asking what show we're talking about. The Chair Company on HBO.
It's a weird name. That's why people didn't pick up on it.
Yeah, The Chair Company, starring Tim Robinson.
Yeah, there's a character in the show that is like literally addicted to porn or whatever, and it kind of comes to a head at the end of the latest episode.
Oh, you sure? You said it.
I've seen American Vandal. And yes, it is hilarious. I didn't know that's the guy that's doing I didn't know that's the guy doing Jimmy Olsen. That's awesome. The
But
penis thing.
Here's the thing, Jimmy Olsen.
I love the concept.
I think
I
he's
don't
a
care about
character
character.
most people know. I think most people know who Jimmy Olsen is. But also, even if people don't know who Jimmy Olsen is, I don't think it matters because I mean,
Yeah, it's just a trailer.
It's a
You
show.
just need a good trailer.
Well,
I need to see the trailer because as of right now, I have zero interest in the show. Zero.
But here's the thing: how much do you think a Jimmy Olsen show is going to cost?
Oh, it's going to
make?
be cheap. It's going to be very
Right.
cheap. Though.
So
Right,
this doesn't need to knock them out of the park. This just needs to do.
You're not
okay.
selling it to them.
My issue is not that the show exists because obviously some people are going to love it. My issue is where are some of the other cheaper? There's no way that was real. I don't know. That's just what people on Reddit were saying. I wonder where the cheaper like further out DC characters are. Like The Question. I said this on my stream. Like, why can't we have a show about The Question or another sort of like detective show that focuses on a character that isn't directly connected to Superman?
Someone
Like
needs to
that's
get
what I
it.
would like. You know what I mean? I'd love something like that. I don't want them to not do the Jimmy Olsen show in place of The Question, but where are the other shows out there that could be cost effective that aren't directly connected to Superman? I mean, that's what I would like to see, honestly.
I think they're concentrating on Superman right now to build the brand because Superman's been successful, and I don't know. I think they're
Has it? I heard different. I heard different.
But the Jimmy Olsen show is at least a year away. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, like it's not like they're doing it quickly. This would be like something that would take at least another year.
Yeah, no, I'm super excited. I'd like see, I don't care about like money and stats and stock and all that, but I'd love the creative decisions being made. So I love the idea of a horror movie, Clayface horror movie coming out. And like we don't need a Batman yet. It's like I love that stuff.
Yeah, no, the Clayface movie's gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
and
I
I'm
can't
with
wait for
Droga. I am all for Detective Chimp or Elongated Man.
Yeah, give me some
Elongated.
weird shit. I feel like Jimmy Olsen for me is fun enough to be a swerve from like what we're getting, but I feel like they could swerve even further. Like go even further. Give me some really weird shit. Like that's
Dog
what I
welder.
wanna see.
Dog
yeah,
welder.
dog welder. Yeah, some weird shit like that.
That could be in Jimmy Olsen's. He's
It could
definitely-
be. Yeah.
He's following dog
Yeah,
welder.
Stu Dibney and Elongated Man. Yeah, for sure.
Elongate. How would they call it that? Would they call it elongated
have
man?
I mean, we
People
got
would laugh.
we got a teaser for it at the end of the Chair Company's last episode. So there.
Here's a slightly off topic question, but since Droga brought up Elongated Man, DC Studios is being run by a guy who got previously canceled for tweets that were unearthed. Should James Gunn hire Hartley Sawyer and give him another shot? Hartley Sawyer has not worked since he's been fired from The Flash.
He played Elongated Man on the Flash TV show.
Oh,
He was
okay.
really good though. He's actually one of my favorite characters.
And he was fired for offensive tweets.
What's
Same
his
as
ti-
James
is,
Gunn.
Is he Mr. Fantastic? Does he do the?
Sort of, yeah.
elongated
He's
stuff?
he's stretchy guy.
He's a stretcher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's more like Mr. Fantastic than Plastic Man is, if that's
I-
what you're wondering.
I
So,
will say this: when James Gunn had his tweet issue, the entire cast of Guardians of the Galaxy came out and said that is not reflective of who he is.
yeah.
When Hartley Sawyer had his issue, not a single person from The Flash spoke up in his defense, and that
Right.
makes me wonder if they were like, "Yeah, that sounds like something he would have said."
Well, I mean, the issue is also that there was never any other complaints. That was when that happened. I covered it quite extensively. The issue was that happened during the whole BLM era going into like the COVID era, because it kind of was like one thing happened and then we had like a year and a half and then it went into that or whatever. So it was one of those things where, say for example, he apologized and everybody knew that wasn't the kind of guy he was. If you're working with like 10 people and one person has an issue with you, then you're gone. You're gone. Like that's a very close cast. Like you can't not work with everybody. So right. It could have been just one person that said those tweets make me uncomfortable. I can't work with them anymore. And it would have to be somebody who's quite high on the mountain of like actors. You know what I mean? So one of the leads or one of the regulars that would have said that, because they got rid of somebody who had a really good storyline. They were setting up like a pseudo spinoff thing with him and Sue. All that was about to happen. And then this went down. So I have a feeling somebody on the cast, again, it could have just been one person, was just like, I can't work with him again. Even if he'd never done anything wrong. Just the simple fact they're like, I don't want to work with him again after seeing those old tweets. You know,
I've always had weird feelings about Hartley Sawyer, though, because it's like, I've read his tweets. I think that they are, pretty offensive.
Yeah.
They're pretty damn offensive. But I'm like, James Gunn literally got fired for the same thing.
Yes.
And he got his redemption arc. And
I think James Gunn is a bigger commodity than Hartley Sawyer is.
That's true. But there's a part of me that would love to see, like, if he deserves, I don't know if he deserves it. I don't know Hartley Sawyer. But there's a part of me that would almost like to see James Gunn say, like, this happened to me, so I'm going to hire this guy.
Well, here's the thing. Hartley made like one post after he was like let go from the show, and then he literally disappeared. Like he's nowhere. You can't find him on anything at all. He's not on social media. He's not acting anywhere. We don't even know what the fuck he's doing. Honestly.
Right.
Yeah,
so there's usually a vehicle, like in terms of like straight to streaming action films that I see. Like
He gave up completely. He gave up completely. Let me see. I check every few months because people bring his name up, and oh gosh, in Google it says American former actor now when you look him up. So it's
he's done.
So the last thing that he posted was, I'm not here to make excuses regardless of the intention. My words matter and they carry profound consequences, and mine can have caused pain and embarrassment along with feelings I can only imagine to supporters, fans, castmates, crew, my colleagues, and friends. I owe them all an apology, and I owe each of you an apology. Thank you for holding me accountable. And that's the last thing he posted, and that was 284 weeks ago. So
my lord,
it's been a minute.
So he bent the knee, and he's still done. Oh my lord.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and
poor guy.
Again, I don't see anything with him doing any.
He just doesn't want to.
Let's see here.
Is it a canceled thing? He could do a horror film.
So it says here, somebody did post 9 months ago a Hartley Sawyer update. I don't know if this is true or not. The news comes from some of the cast members this weekend. Won't reveal who. Hartley is no longer acting. He enjoys it, but stopped auditioning after the Flash drama. He does, however, run a dog rescue shelter and rescues pit bulls now. That's what he does for a living. So,
no.
Good for him. I do need to point out to Degrassi that the GoBots are actually owned by Hasbro now, whereas the GoBots were originally a rival to the Transformers. The Transformers were at Hasbro, and Tonka owned the GoBots. Hasbro eventually bought Tonka, so the GoBots are actually under the same ownership as the Transformers now.
They should do a GoBots versus Transformer movie. That would be.
I was promised a G.I. Joe movie a couple years ago.
Yep.
Where'd that go?
Mm-hmm.
Where'd that go? Seriously. Where is that?
He's looking for it. Look at him. Look at him.
I'm looking. Where is it? Bullshit.
Oh boy.
What else, Joe?
Well, I don't know that I have any more topics. Do you guys have anything?
No, I got to see more movies. I got to see.
Did you want to try for the 90210 thing again one time before we go?
That's
because we have like 12 people in here, so or at least we did have 12 people in here.
That's a good idea. We will try that one more time, but it is then. It's almost the end of the show. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Second attempt. I have one digital code available for the complete series of Beverly Hills 90210. All 9 seasons. You can sit at home and stream your all the great love affair of Dylan and Brenda, and you can mourn
Dylan!
when that one guy got killed that nobody barely remembers, and just
That's a good
sit
point.
there.
Corey.
Whatever it is you like to do, you would dream that you're hanging out at the Peach Pit. If you would like to own the complete series of Beverly Hills 90210 on digital, I have one code in hand, and all you need to do is go to the chat there and hashtag 90210. Just hashtag 90210, and you can win. So I'll give you a couple minutes if you want that. Put it in there. It's only
Santana.
who's that? Wait, who's that? Is that Black Canary?
No, it's Santana.
Ah,
Zanny.
Chris has not.
Shout out to the War Girls.
Chris has not seen a frame of 90210. You can change that tonight. You can go from not seeing a frame to seeing 9 years of it.
It's addicting.
Shot at Torrance High School, which was also Sunnydale High on Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Mm-hmm. By the way, I wonder if that Buffy thing is still happening. A couple years ago, they announced they were going to do a Buffy revival.
They're shooting.
Are
there
they?
There have been set photos.
All
I'm
right.
very excited about
Yeah,
that.
it's probably going to be a while. Yeah, because I remember the way they announced it. They told like the girl right on the spot.
Yeah, they've announced the cast. They're filming. The only thing that bugs me is that it's being done by who is it? Chloe Zhao from the Eternals. Is that
Yeah.
it? I didn't really like the Eternals, and the
Ooh,
Eternals
I love the
was,
Eternals.
I don't know. I hope she proves me wrong, but I don't know that she has.
I don't know if she's the right fit for Buffy though. Like for
Right.
me, like I like what she did with the Eternals, but Buffy has a little like tongue-in-cheek, weak, nudge kind of vibe to it. So
Right. I don't know that she's right for that, but I would have preferred if somebody who worked on the original Buffy. I know for reasons they weren't going to bring Joss Whedon in, but there are other people who worked on the original Buffy who have that they could have nailed the tone, like Jane Espenson or Marty Noxon or Tim Miniar or like any of these people.
this might be a hot take.
Goddard.
But I preferred the Angel series over Buffy, and I loved Buffy, but Angel was so good.
I have a hot take too. I think there's since just Joss Whedon got that Avengers, we've been in a post-Whedon world where I don't mind Chloe Zhao taking a different type of vision to it, where it's like everything has that type of Joss Whedon humor, in my opinion, a little bit too much.
I don't think
So
you
I
can
don't-
have too much Joss Whedon.
I mean, I love Joss Whedon. I'm even one of the guys that said, yeah, okay, he did his time. Have him come back. He's very talented. I love Avengers is in my top. It's probably my favorite Marvel movie of all time. But it's like everyone's influenced by him. Like in my video games. Like
By the way,
hear a
that
lot of
first
Joss
Avengers movie, just kind of off topic, sort of, but it's the one that feels the most like a comic book to me. The very first one.
Whedon. Yeah,
It feels like a comic book story in live action.
I loved it. It's so good. But
I've said it before. Joss Whedon, there's things that you do in Hollywood that you don't come back from. Like Bill Cosby, Harvey Weinstein, these guys should never, ever be working again. But Joss Whedon, I'm not going to make excuses for him.
I don't even know what he really did. So maybe I should
Well,
know.
that's the thing. We've never really gotten a firm grasp on what he
I
did.
heard
but
I heard he yell and possibly racist.
yeah, it sounds like he's an asshole. Like
Yeah.
that's what my takeaway is. He's an asshole. And that isn't something I don't think you can't come back from. I think you can, see a therapist, work with some kind of, counselor, figure out how to get your anger under control or whatever it is that's driving that. I think you can come back from that. And I would like to see him come back from that because he was talented, So,
I've said for a while, there's certain things where I feel like I'm okay with people being canceled for good, like just go away. But I do think when it comes to accountability, you have to give some people the opportunity to show that they've changed, because otherwise it's not accountability. It's just deleting them.
Exactly.
And so yeah, and that's going to be different for everybody. I think the level of like what you're willing to put up will be different for everyone. But
Yeah. Next one, Max Landis.
well, like for me, I just, especially when you don't know what happened, like when it's so ambiguous that you're like, am I supposed to hate this person, or I don't know, I think if you want people to take accountability for what they've done, you have to show that there's a path outside of that being accountable. So like if I'm going to admit to being a shit person in certain situations, then I should be allowed the opportunity to show that I'm not a shit person and that I've changed. I think that, and if they do it again, then cancel them. Then
because it's good, because like he has to have been in a different world, because I've heard like that one story that the Spike character says like publicly of like him like putting him against the wall is like, hey, if you think you're the shit, you're not. Like, just because people liked his character, like Joss Whedon had to have been in a different world, and I hope he got like fucking humbled with this thing.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's like that, like if he was like that in the 90s, it's like.
I also said that accusations in today's world is just as bad as like a conviction. Just being being said you did something. Now it seems like that's it.
And look, we got Anthony Cheeseman here who says probably doesn't help that nobody seems to like his ass, and that's the thing. Some people don't. Sarah
You don't
doesn't.
like that for you. This is what happens. Like when people don't want to stick up for you, you just kind of get faded out.
But that's just the thing. There's a lot of people who do really like him. As much as Sarah Michelle Gellar and Charisma Carpenter have had bad things to say about him, Nathan Fillion has been nothing but complimentary, and Alan Tudyk has been nothing but complimentary.
What about Kevin Feige?
I haven't heard Feige chime in.
Feige didn't say anything. Damn, that was. I
don't think so. So I don't know. It's been pretty mixed. There's a lot of people that are like he was horrible, and then there's other people that were like, I got nothing bad to say.
I feel like Marvel. So the only reason I think there was no pressure to get him back like it was with James Gunn, because remember they fired him and then they hired him back to finish the Guardians trilogy. I think the reason why there was no pressure is the Russo brothers filled in the void that Joss Whedon had created. Like he obviously he had the first two Avengers movies, but then the Russo brothers came along and nailed that same group aesthetic that you get from Joss, you get from James. They were able to do that with the bigger movies. Because to be honest, I feel like James Gunn probably would have ended up directing the Avengers films if the Russo brothers weren't around and Joss Whedon got canceled. I think James Gunn would have directed Infinity War and Endgame. Most likely.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to wrap this one up. It doesn't look like anybody wants 90210 tonight. It's funny because we had only 5 copies to give away a couple weeks ago, and there were people who walked away that wanted them that didn't win.
Yeah.
And now I have one more, and nobody wants the additional one.
Well, hold on to it. Do a giveaway on a video. Just say leave it in the comments, and you can just give it away.
Yeah.
That's probably the easiest way to do it.
We can do that. So, all right, everyone. You can find Eric over on his 2 channels. Which tell us about them.
Eric Debunks and Eric's Reloaded. You can find me on both of those places almost every day. On one of the channels, there's some sort of content coming out. So hit me up on those 2 channels. And Joe joins me like once a week, sometimes twice a week. So remember to do that. And Perp should join sometimes, but I know he's busy.
For sure. For sure. I'll join.
Yeah, I think it's a little late for Perp. Perp's...
Yeah, it's late. I like to go early.
And Perp, we can find you over at Little Movie Perp.
Yeah, I'm working with the War Girls of Edo. They're releasing stuff little by little.
I didn't know your video went up tonight. He was telling me it was premiering, and I'm like, well, I'll watch that tonight then after I get done.
It's not a video. It's just a music thing that I'm doing.
Oh, is it? Okay, yeah.
It's nothing.
He's managing them. He found them on the dark web.
I found them on the dark web. They're too talented. I had to.
Okay, gotcha. I'll check it out.
Thank you, guys.
And Chris, we're happy to have you here.
Thank you, Chris.
Oh, by the way, yeah.
Wait, is that bipolar?
No, that's Chris. Chris J.
That sounded weird. Then I bet he was saying that. There's a guy named Bipolar Jedi.
Chris H. Jelly. So
okay.
Yeah, we gotta get Chris on here too. That and actual fandom or my intro to Perp. There you
go.
Oh,
cool.
So,
what do you gotta say, Droga? What the hell you gotta say, Droga? If you got something to say,
come on. We do this every Tuesday night. Yeah, absolutely. You can come on. So
you better have something to say, Droga.
By the way,
to draw.
By the way, I'm in a weird place with my channel. I just want to put this out there. We've talked about it before, but my channel kind of got screwed up, and it's my fault. What?
No, go ahead.
No, my channel got screwed up. It's my own fault. I made some bad decisions about like flipping things around that I shouldn't have done, format changes. But I ended up with a lot of subs who don't watch my videos. Well, now some of those subs are falling off, and that could be a good thing. But I would like to replace them with subs who do want to watch my videos. So if you know anyone that likes this kind of content, please send them over here. Please tell them to check us out, because we would love to have them join the party, just like Chris H.
Big
Jellium
Woke Joe has my
and others.
blessing.
Yeah, we want to get more people on the Big Woke Joe show. So. All right, so Perp doesn't like me advertising for viewers. So
Oh no, it's not that. It was gonna get. I thought, because I don't like YouTube talk. You know, it was like my channel's not doing well. When it gets like that, I'm just like, oh, I'm done.
Oh, yeah,
but you didn't do bad. Like, you know, there's whole videos.
Well, no, here's the thing.
11-minute videos on that.
Here's the thing. At the end of the day,
philosophy on fucking YouTube. It's
look,
like, oh,
at the end of the day, I got a day job, man. This is a hobby. I'm not losing sleep over it. It's a fact. My channel ain't doing good, but I ain't gonna lose sleep over it. But if we could turn it around, hey, that would be nice.
I agree. So, I'm in a bad mood. Sorry, Joe. You're right.
That's all right. It's all right.
You're good. You're good. You're woke, Joe, man. You're woke,
I'm big.
I gotta
woke.
remember that. Yeah, I gotta remember that.
I'm better than this guy.
I aspire to be like Big Woke Joe.
Don't aspire to be like this guy.
Bill, you put something in my drink, didn't you?
Your memes are so old fashioned. It's adorable. It's black and white. This Herpin is a bad move. You don't shut up, Sean. I'll fucking put you in a bad mood.
All right, everyone. Keep wearing those pajamas.
Keep wearing those pajamas
with the plastic feet.
Keep wearing those pajamas.
Tell everyone you meet.
Keep wearing those pajamas
with the back door flap.
Keep wearing those pajamas.
Don't open it, it's a trap.
Oh no,
it's a trap. Some people call them PJs, some people call them jammies. They can come embroidered with big money and no whammies. They can have 100 tiny commander Adamas, but no matter how they look, just keep on wearing those pajamas.
Keep wearing those pajamas.
I know we're having fun.
Keep wearing those pajamas.
And now the song is done.